Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Michelle, did you take a picture? Okay, wait, come into the shade, everybody. That's how we make everybody stand close together because there's not so much shade.
But there will be in a few years. We'll come back. And
That's right. That's right. This is very. Beth Cohn asked me this morning about when the JNF plants trees. She said, "Does every time we give money, do they actually plant a tree?" So I really didn't know how to give an answer, but I told her here, these trees we're really going to plant, and you're really going to come back and see them grow.
And they're big
Hashem,
trees.
God willing.
Yeah.
So we are here in the Garden of Partnership Together, which was started 3 years ago by the initiative of the Frat and Havana Gilagan and the kindergartens of Akko, who came together on Tu B'Shvat and planted trees together. That was 3 years ago, and they've done it each subsequent year, and began what we hope one day will be a forest, right? Because, you start off with a tree. What do you end up with? A forest. So really, as Zoe said on the bus today, when Martha passed away this a few months ago, for those of you who knew her, those of you who didn't, Martha was as we say in Hebrew, a one-of-a-kind volunteer, someone who began being involved in the partnership, and so I wanted to say a few words, and Martha knew so many people and was connected to so many people here. There are a few other people with us who also want to say a few personal words about Martha. Martha Lottman from Canton used to say, "I never met a Western Galilean that I didn't like." And that I see Martha as the real mother of our educational twinnings. Martha began when Yehuda, who's now our volunteer, when he used to work for the partnership as the educational coordinator, and Martha really championed the twinnings camp. She did for the partnership, I guess what we dreamed somebody would do, and we didn't even know we were dreaming someone would do it until she did it, which was she knew every school, and because she went out herself and recruited the schools in Canton, and at one point, I don't remember how many there were, 5, 10, I don't know, up and down, but it wasn't enough that she went out and recruited the schools in Canton. She would check in with them every week. She knew the teachers. She invited them over to her house. She made sure that she knew them. She called them and see how things were going, and if things weren't going, she asked them why. And if that wasn't enough for her, she also came here and did the same thing here. She met all the teachers. She went in every classroom. So Martha knew when she walked into, Marguerite's classroom, she knew the kindergarten teacher or the teacher on the other side, and she knew that if she was having a problem, she knew what the problem was on the other side. She could talk to them about both sides, and that's what I say. She really created for us a very high level but a model for how educational twinnings can actually work. And I would dare say that this continued it happens in many partnerships right around, and the department has even created a department of educational twinnings. And I think if we look back in history, Martha certainly was for our partnership and how our partnership was for other partnerships. And when Martha had very strong beliefs, let them be known, and also always put herself and her resources behind whatever project she saw should happen. One of the projects that really was with Martha and Yehuda's brainchild, the Tri-Wizard. Back, for those of you who've never heard that term, Tri-Wizard, you'll ask us later, we'll tell you. But she really made this program work, which was an Arab class, a Jewish class, and a class from a school in Canton. And that idea of the of putting those three groups together created a whole different dynamic for the Arabs and Jews together, because and created a dynamic in the partnership. And but that fact that as an Arab class, a Jewish class, and a class from Canton, enabled the Jews and Arabs to have a different conversation between them. And I think that was really the beauty of the tribalism. So today we're going to, as I said, plant trees, which we will make sure someone waters, and hopefully we'll come back soon and see them growing. And with that, we'll honor a woman who put her heart, her soul, her koach, her resources into making things happen. So I want to turn the Yuda. Okay. Shalom. Aya, who's in charge of the ganim, of all the preschool in Akko, and this falls under the municipality, is the one who takes care of our garden. And so Aya, we're very happy that you're here with us. And
אני ממש בשתי מילים. אני רוצה להגיד לכם ברוכים הבאים לעכו. יש פה אנשים ששייכים לעכו, אנשים יקרים מאוד, ובשבילם עיר עכו, כמו בשבילי, זה משהו מאוד קרוב, מאוד שורשי שלנו, אנחנו. אני שמחה על השותפות הזאת, ואתם בפארק הזה, אני מקווה מאוד שבעוד כמה שנים זה יהיה יער כזה, גם שם בצד השני, ואנחנו מאוד נשמח אם אתם תהיו שותפים לזה.
So Aya just wants to thank you all for coming, for being a part of creating this forest. She said for her from Akko, for others, Frat, other people who were here from Akko, the educators from Akko, and Liad, and from Tasher. Akko is very close to their heart, and it's very close that all of you are together with this. And she said it too. She said, one day it'll be a forest. So.
וכל נטיות, גם ילדים של גני ילדים, הם שותפים לבניית יער פה בגנת שותפות.
So and she said, and all the kids in preschools in Akko are part of every year planting another tree to become part of the welcome and todah. Right. And the trees are of 7 species, right? We just were in the 7 species garden in Nesamim. So we all know what the 7 species are, right?
Tigers and bears.
7 species. What are the 7 species of Israel? Wheat. Figs.
Figs, you have the
Barley.
Pomegranates,
Dates.
pomegranates,
Pomegranates. Grapes. I heard. And olives. Okay?
So there's one of each of them?
Yes. Not the wheat and barley, but all the trees. Anyway, we just a few more. I think all of us being here, sort of have a need to say a few words about Martha. So, Yuda.
Okay. In 2007, I think, Beth, as my boss, said, listen, hop on to, that hotel in Akko, that, what was it called, Chofat Marim.
Yeah.
There's, 5 o'clock, there's someone who, you need to meet. Well, just go and meet her. She's there. Her name is Martha or something. Okay. The lady comes, hugs me, kisses me. Out of the blue, okay, we start talking, and eventually it's 9 o'clock. What's happening? I've got a list of 2 pages. What are we going to do in the next 2 years? Where are we going to get the money from? And in any case, eventually it turns out that Martha knew exactly what she wants and how she wants it done, which was a bit of a problem sometimes. But she turned to be a koach, which gave not only her idea and energy, her home became known as Lottman Inn, and just was for me a center for all my traveling in the youth among the communities. She introduced me to a family, which I came very close to. She was a real dear, close friend to me, and I know to Efrat and to many other people. And I'm very, very grateful for that because through her I think I've learned a lot about American Jewry, about openness, careness, and other things that we sort of kind of lost here in Israel, which has to do with community, caring, and giving. So that was Martha for me. Thank you. So
I would like to read what her son Arthur wrote, just one sentence. The enduring love you and your group have for my mother makes her memory all the sweeter and more meaningful. Thank you. I just want to say that this place here is the beginning of Akko from 5,000 years ago. The small river was on the other side, and the city really began here. So it's a symbolic place to have a partnership forest in the place that Akko started 5,000 years ago. And for me, Martha was the one who opened the gate for the early childhood. Before her, nobody believed in the early childhood. She was the first one to do it, and it's great. Yeah, she was a very good friend. So I think it's time to go.
Yeah, I don't thank you to all the speakers, and I don't have a lot to add. I agree with all of you, except the fact that she really believed and promoted photography projects in Sulam Tzor. Me and Yochanan, she would come every visit, I think twice or maybe 3 times a year. She would meet with us and see to it that these projects go on and maintain, and she actually twinned us with Glen Oak School. Is anyone from Canton here? No. Okay, it's not a Jewish school, but Yochanan and myself visited the photography department there, and it was such an experience to see all the technology there, and the students, and the teacher with whom we were speaking for almost 2 years, and planning and doing things, and all of a sudden to be in the class, talk to the students, answer their questions, and create another photography exhibition. It was very, very central for many years in Sulam Tzor, and Martha was definitely the engine. And I was also lucky, I don't remember if it was with Yochanan or with Eliad, that we were hosted in her house. It was not with you, so probably with Yochanan, for dinner, where she hosted many teachers, probably when we went to the teachers seminar with Galit, maybe. And she hosted all of us there, and I really adore her commitment, you know, I think almost up to her last breath, to us, to the partnership, to the idea, yeah, to Israel.
She came in the war. She was not afraid. I took her the second day of the war, past Raphael, and a bomb fell on the other side of the road. She was hurt. And I was shocked. It was my first time with bomb around me like this. So I started driving like crazy. And she said, "Why do you drive so fast?" I said, "A bomb was falling here." And it was a whole story. Then she wrote it down. It became a big issue in our community. How we hid during that attack in my cousin's house, and then we came out, she lost the phone, we came back to find the phone. A long story.
And she was hit by a bus once.
Yes.
Eliad!
Yeah, saved her.
Wow. Yeah, here in Israel.
At the time she didn't do so good. It was the last year.
Okay, so everybody pick up a tree or help someone else pick up a tree. The holes are over here. We have someone to help us. The idea is to get the trees into the ground.
There are
So symbolic.
Yeah. Dave will help you.
Nice 2 rows of trees. Martha's trees. Pomegranate, olive, right? Another pomegranate, vines, figs. What else do we have here? Pomegranate.
That sounds like a song.
And the day today is June 21st, 2014, and we are just east of Akko. This is Napoleon Mound, and this is the Partnership Garden. These 2 rows are Martha's trees.